Our planet being struck by an asteroid is the stuff of science fiction. Movies like Deep Impact, Armageddon, and Lucifer's Hammer are based on the concept and show us the impact of asteroids. But how much is the actual catastrophe related to a gigantic celestial object hitting the Earth? Keep watching to know more. Asteroid impacts on Earth aren't just the stuff of science fiction, they do happen on occasion. The sole goal of the Asteroid Watch at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California is to find and monitor asteroids and comets that the organization believes will pass near to Earth. On the Asteroid Watch dashboard for December 2022 alone, there were 5 asteroids, including 2 that were reportedly the size of a passenger jet. One asteroid, which NASA designated as Asteroid 74821994 PC1, was 2.5 times as tall as the Empire State Building when it was discovered earlier this year. On January 18, 2022, it passed Earth at a safe distance of 1.2 million miles or 1.93 million kilometers during its 200-year closest encounter. However, not all asteroids have ever missed Earth. The Moon and Earth both have noticeable craters that attest to the planet's lengthy history of being struck by large objects. The asteroid that struck Earth 66 million years ago is the most well-known one ever. Off the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, a crater measuring 93 miles or 146 kilometers in width and 12 miles or 19 kilometers in depth was produced by the mountain-sized asteroid. Scientists believe that it generated enormous tsunamis, hurled enormous amounts of water and dust into the atmosphere, blocked sunlight, decreased global temperatures, and wiped off the dinosaurs. The likelihood of an asteroid collision is quite low. NASA believes that none of the near-Earth asteroids that are at least half a mile or 0.8 kilometers wide have a serious risk of reaching Earth because it has tracked 90% of them. However, there may be larger asteroids out there that NASA is unaware of. A mile-wide asteroid would strike Earth at a speed of around 30,000 miles an hour, that is 48,280 kilometers per hour, if it were to collide with the planet. A million megaton bomb would about match the energy of a large asteroid moving at that speed. Let's start with some lesser proportions since it's tough to visualize 1 million megatons. Assume a house-sized asteroid traveling at 30,000 miles per hour collided with Earth. It would have had about 20 kilotons of energy, which is comparable to the energy of the bomb that destroyed Hiroshima. This type of asteroid will destroy wooden buildings, possibly a mile and a half from the point of impact, and reinforced concrete buildings up to half a mile from the impact site. In other words, it would seriously harm any metropolis. The asteroid might contain the same amount of energy as the strongest nuclear weapons currently in production, or between 25 and 50 megatons, if it were the size of a 20-story structure. 5 miles from the point of impact, an asteroid of size would destroy structures made of reinforced concrete. The majority of America's main cities would be entirely destroyed. It would take a pretty large asteroid to destroy almost everything on Earth. According to scientists, it would require an asteroid that was 7 to 8 miles wide to collide with Earth. Once it collided, the enormous dust cloud it produced would cover the entire planet, obstruct the sun, and increase temperatures in the area where the asteroid had collided. Many would perish and much of the planet's life would be destroyed. But some would survive, according to scientists. According to NASA scientists, it would take an asteroid 96 kilometers or 60 miles broad to completely eradicate life on Earth. The good news is that NASA's Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART, robotic spacecraft entered orbit in November 2021 with the express purpose of crashing into the tiny asteroid Dimorpheus at 4.1 miles per second, or 6.6 kilometers per second, to significantly alter the asteroid's orbit. Additionally, it was a huge success. DART struck its target on September 26, 2022. Not only that though, after analysing the data for several weeks, it was the first time in human history that a celestial object's motion has been altered on purpose. Astronomers have discovered 3 near-Earth asteroids NEA hiding in the sun's glare thanks to twilight observations with the US Department of Energy-built dark energy camera at Cerro Tololo Inter-American Observatory in Chile, a program of NFS NORLAB. These NEAs are a component of a mysterious population that resides between Venus and Earth's orbits. The largest potentially dangerous item for Earth to be found in the previous 8 years is one of the asteroids. An international team has found 3 near-new Earth asteroids NEAs hiding in the inner solar system, the region interior to the orbits of Earth and Venus, using the dark energy camera DCAM mounted on the Victor M. Blanco 4-meter telescope at Cerro Tolo International American Observatory in Chile, a program of the NFF's NORLAB. The brightness of the sun makes this a notoriously difficult area for observations since asteroids hunters must deal with it. But the astronomers managed to locate an elusive trio of NEAs by making use of the limited but advantageous observation conditions at dusk. One is a 1.5 kilometer wide asteroid 2022 AP7, whose orbit may one day put it in the path of Earth. The orbits of other asteroids, 2021 LJ4 and 2021 PH27, are safely kept entirely inside of those Earth's orbit. The fact that the 2021 PH27 is the known asteroid that is closest to the Sun is of particular interest to astronomers and astrophysicists. Since it possesses the biggest general relativity effects of any object in our solar system, its surface becomes hot enough to melt lead during its orbit. Unexpectedly, an asteroid that appeared to be headed for Earth next year will avoid our planet after its orbit was recalculated. Data from specialists at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and orbit calculations performed by the NEOCC team in the first week following the asteroid's discovery initially pointed to an increased collision danger. The brilliant illumination from the full moon obscured the asteroid from the astronomers' gaze for a week after that. The estimates were revised when 2022 EA1 reappeared, and it was eventually determined that the space rock will pass safely by our planet at a distance of around 6.2 million miles or 10 million kilometers. According to the ESA in the announcement, that is more than 20 times farther than the moon. Smaller asteroids strike Earth frequently. In the southern Russian town of Chelyabinsk, a meteorite with a diameter of around 66 feet erupted in 2013. More than 100 tons of dust and sand-sized particles are thrown towards Earth every day. A car-sized asteroid strikes Earth's atmosphere around once a year, producing a spectacular fireball before exploding before reaching the surface. A football field-sized meteor strikes Earth around every 2,000 years, severely damaging the region. An object huge enough to endanger Earth's civilization only occurs once every few million years. These events are demonstrated by the impact craters on the Earth, the Moon, and other planetary bodies. Less space rocks will most certainly burn up as they hit the Earth's atmosphere and cause little to no harm if they are less than roughly 25 meters or 82 feet. It is conceivable that the impact area would sustain minor damage from a rocky meteoroid larger than 25 meters but less than 1 kilometer, a little more than half a mile if it were to strike Earth. Anything more than 1 to 2 kilometers in size could, in our opinion, have an impact on the entire world. Toyotatis is the largest known potentially dangerous asteroid, measuring 5.4 kilometers in diameter. Asteroids that are found in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, which do not threaten Earth, can measure up to 940 kilometers or 583 miles in diameter. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you liked our content, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.